Well, good afternoon. At the rising of the sun and at its going down, we remember them. At the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. At the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. As long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. Deputy Commissioner of the OPP, Commissioner of the OPP, Deputy Solicitor General and Mayor, and Debbie and Valerie and Lori, who I understand is watching online, and we remember Kevin today as well. Every life tells a story, and we don't know when we will be able to tell the story and understand the significance of the story, but each of us has a story. When I looked at the date of the passing of Constable Armstrong, it was a few weeks after I was born. So the first thing that struck me is how closely associated 1963 is with me. Each life has a story. What does this mean? It means that we don't necessarily know our journey in life, but we know that each of us has an opportunity to make a difference at some point in our life, perhaps without anybody knowing it, and when they least expect it. It's important to be here today. It's important for me to be here today and the Deputy Solicitor General to be here today, because every person that serves presently, that served in the past, that is no longer with us, but served to keep Ontario safe, their story is important, and it's important today. When we drive over the intersection to the bridge, which will bear PC Armstrong's name, it reminds us of a person who lived. A story is about a person that lived and made a contribution to their family and to their community and to their province. So we're here to remember and to give thanks. We also understand as part of the story of the brotherhood and sisterhood. And I'm especially grateful that John is here from the OPPA. The brotherhood and sisterhood is a legacy story unto itself. It's about people that join a cause greater than themselves to make a difference. And that's exactly what PC Armstrong did. Constable Armstrong loved this part of the community because that's exactly why we're here. And to be here with his family 60 years later, we are telling his story when he served, but the legacy that he left. And that is also part of the story. Because what finds us here in 2023, almost 60 years to the date that you lost your dad, tells us that the legacy that we leave is equally important because it speaks to who we are and who we were. A person that loved his province and loved his family, that cared about doing good, because that's why you join the OPP. The OPP is a time-honored institution that has represented the values that we need in Ontario, people that will keep us safe each and every day. And that's why I'm proud to travel the province and to stand up for everyone that keeps us safe and to remember PC Armstrong and many others that gave their lives so we could live, so we could wake up in the morning, so we could say goodbye to our loved ones and take our kids to school, so we could come home at the end of the day and take our kids to play in the park, and that we went to work safely and we came home and we have a place to pray. I constantly think of those who fell in the line of duty and those who we've lost. And our words will never be sufficient to express our sorrow. And we know that. But for us, it is very, very important that we never forget. And this is why we are here today, because we didn't forget him. And because his name will appear on a bridge that we will know exists. When a person passes, we memorialize a person, in some cases by erecting a gravestone or inscribing a name on a wall. And we do this because future generations from now might not have had an opportunity to meet our loved one that we've lost. For us, naming the bridge will umbilically link your father and your grandfather and somebody that served and wore an OPP uniform because they wanted to do good for our province. And this is something that is very important. It's my honor to be here and to represent the province and to acknowledge that the story we tell is as important as the story that when we are here, that we live. The story of one that we tell who is no longer here is equally important. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Miigwech.